Hi all, in this lecture series we are discussing about how we can create and load a module in Node.js. And with this example I am explaining how we can create a module or how we can load a module in our Node.js application or Node.js program. Okay, for creating a module we are I am already said in the previous lecture series. Actually, a module is a function or a complex function or a simple function. We can reuse those functions. Actually, in this case, this function print message is a function which we are using in our Node.js applications. That means we are repeatedly using such function for our application for printing a message. Actually, this message means is a parameter. That means this message is a value which we are passing from another or another Node.js application. That means a message is actually a value passing from another Node.js application. Actually, in this logger.js is actually a module or a function which we are using in other Node.js applications. Actually, here first we are explaining a variable URL that denote a URL taking a variable as a variable URL. That URL is http tick.org. That is a URL which is taking. Actually, in my module, the main function is for displaying a message. And that is creating from here onwards. That is function print. That print is actually a function for displaying some message, and the message is passing from another program to this one. And this console.log is actually for displaying or printing the message in your window. And actually this is actually a function or a module which is saving in the name of logger.js. I need to take this. Actually, I need to take this function or a module to my Node.js applications in other Node.js applications. For taking this to, or available or I need to available this function in my other applications, Node.js applications, by using a function or using a function or using a keyword called exports. That means by using that keyword export, I can export the properties and the methods which are available in logger.js. I can access in app.js. If I am taking those functions or properties in app.js by using the keyword exports. That is, it is actually this sentence, that is module.export is actually exporting the properties and methods which properties, that is actually the name is print. That means this print function properties and methods, those are exporting to somewhere applications. That means this function can be available in other Node.js applications. Actually, my Node.js application, that is app.js, is using or the methods and the properties of this logger.js. For using logger.js in app.js, my keyword or my function, for using a function, we are using a keyword called require. That means the require some file name, that is logger.js is require in app.js. That object is logger. So variable logger is an object which is created to logger.js application or logger.js module. So that this logger is actually an object. So I am using that logger, logger hello. That means this hello is passing to this module, that print module, that means print module. By using exports, we can get those properties and methods to outside module. That means we can take those functions outside my applications. So in this condition, or in this, actually this app.js doesn't know what is the implementation in logger. This app.js only knows that a logger.js there is a export is happened. That means some export is happened. It is actually a print function. So by parameter of or passing by value of hello, this function will logger.js function will module will enable and the print or message will be displayed. That means hello message will be displayed. Okay, this is actually I am creating. This is actually creating the logger is creating the module, and loading the module is by using require and export. Okay, then next is again we can how we can rename the function. That means in earlier case you just go through where we are not renaming, that is this print is directly going to the second app.js class function or app.js program. In second case, here the same program is running on, that is print function is going on. And second thing, again for getting the properties and methods outside the module, we are using export keyword. So here I am just looking export dot display. That means display is actually an object for which one? Print function. So this print function is renaming to display. That means this function is renaming to display. So in app.js, if I am using the object logger.display, that display doesn't know it is actually a print function. So the function is renamed, that print function is renamed to display. Okay, in second case it is module.export.link. That means that URL is renamed to link. Okay, in one thing we can use in both type. In second case again I am using logger.display, that function is renamed. In earlier case we are not renaming this function, we are just using that function directly. Okay, here that object, then hello. Here we are using the function renamed function. That means print is not available in app.js, only the object display object is exporting to the second app.js function. Okay, then this is also a major. In both cases you are just seeing that logger is calling. For how we are loading this module class or file or folder to this to your app.js or node.js application. If it is in a same folder, because your both files are in the same folder, you can just use dot slash the file name. Okay, if it is a subfolder, that means your one file is in the main folder and another one is in the subfolder, then you can use dot slash, which is your subfolder name, slash your app function. Okay, if it is a parent folder, that is it is your main folder, then you can use double dot slash. By using double dot slash, it is denoting that your file is in the parent folder. By using three ways you can access your file for or folders. Okay, then next is create your own module. Actually by running, or we can export a, or we can return a function for your date, which is your current date or like that. So for exporting we are using export. That means export means only a simple thing, it exports the functions and properties to outside the module. That means if a module consists of some function, we need to access these functions in other other modules or other Node.js applications. So we are using export. That means exporting the properties and methods to the other. Okay. So here just creating our own, that my date, for getting the current date, I am using export.myDate and type. My date type equal a function. So this function I need to return the date, the current date. Okay. So I am saving this is actually a module. This is actually a module. Here I am saving this module as date module.js. That means I am saving this module export.myDate type equal to a function that in that function I am telling to return the current date. Okay. That is return date. And this is actually my module which is repeatedly using for other Node.js applications. So this is saving as date module.js. So I am saving this file as date module.js. That means exporting this date module.js properties and other related functions to outside the application. Okay. So by this is my module which is I have created, and I am accessing this to outside, and this is I am saving as date module.js. Okay. And how I will take this to my app.js, because my normally running is app.js. In app.js, I am using a variable dt. So it is actually an object variable dt. I have explained that for getting these properties in your main file, that is main file. This is actually my module where I am saved that date functions, and this app.js is this file. This current file is app.js. So in app.js, I am using require function. So by using this require, I am taking that date module. That is my file name. That is in the same folder. So I am using /date module. So I am accessing those files to my current app.js file, so that I am getting the function, that is this function module is required in my current app.js. So I am getting those properties and functions to this node, and here I am using the function which is dt.myDateType. So I am getting the current date which is already explained there. Here return the current date. This is my function. My date type is my function name. So by using this function name, I am getting current date, which is dt is the actually the object. Dt is dot my date type. So I am getting the current